Happy Technology Tuesday. It's Emily with Show Me CPR, and I'm super excited about our Technology Tuesday topic for today because it has to do with 911. Now, for those of you that don't know me, the last 20 years my professional career has been in public safety communications. I've been a 911 operator, a dispatcher for police, fire, and medical response. I even had the opportunity to work on the 911 system, to learn about the 911 system. So I'm super excited to share just a little bit of information with you guys so you can see how 911 works and what we see on our screen as dispatchers. So first, who has called 911 before? Raise your hand, leave a comment below, let me know. I'm always curious who has ever called 911 before and then how that experience went. So if you want to share your story, let me know below. Now, there's three main technology pieces when you call 911. You can call from a landline, house phone, business phone, pay phone, if you still got pay phones around. That's a landline option to call 911 from. Now, when you call 911 from a landline, what happens on the dispatcher side of things, we have, I call it your super duper caller ID screen, right? So I've got my caller ID screen and I can see your name, your address, your phone number, and then I call it pinpoint accuracy. An example, when I lived in Arizona, I lived in a subdivision of 1,300 homes. And so if I'm calling 911 from my house phone, from my subdivision, on the super duper caller ID screen, it's got my address. That's also tied to a map within the 911 system. So we could see on the map, like think of a push pin, that I was calling from the fourth house from the corner on the south side of the road. So in all those 1,300 homes, not only did the dispatcher have my address, but they had on the map, they could see exactly where within that subdivision my house was. So that's option number one. You could call from a landline, right? Let me know if you still have a landline or a house phone. I'm curious to see. I still have one. The second option that you could use if you're calling 911 is a cell phone, right? I always have my cell phone with me, usually in my pocket, my back pocket. I even have my Apple Watch that's tied to my phone I could call 911 from. So the interesting piece that you want to be aware of if you're calling 911 from your cell phone, you can call from all around the United States, and depending on where you are, that cell phone signal is going to reach the nearest cell phone tower, so your local police department, right? So if I'm here in Missouri, it's going to reach my local police department in Missouri, even though my cell phone is a 602 area code, which is from Arizona. It's not going to reach an Arizona police department unless I'm in Arizona. Now, the super duper caller ID screen, it's got some different information that shows. So it's gonna show your cell phone number, which is good. In case the line gets disconnected, we can give you a call back. It's going to show your cell phone provider. So that could be Verizon, T-Mobile, Cricket, whoever you pay your bill to, whoever the cell phone provider is, it'll show that. And then I think of it as a goofy math equation with GPS coordinates. So there's a few things that go in along with this, and it could be the weather outside, it could be if you're inside, it could be if you're outside, it could be if you're driving, if you're sitting still, if you're parked. So with that goofy math equation and on the caller ID screen, it's gonna let us know, I think of it like a circle. Ooh, you're calling 911 somewhere in this circle. So then on the 911 map, we can see, oh, you're at this part of town, these cross streets. It might not show pinpoint accuracy, you're the fourth house from the corner on the south side of the road, but it's gonna get us close. So something to remember with your cell phone is we can't automatically necessarily trace where you're calling from. So if the one thing that you can get out, the one thing that you can talk, please give an address or cross streets or a description or something so we can find you when you're calling on that cell phone. Third piece of technology, it's called Voice over Internet Protocol, or a VoIP phone. This could be Vonage or MagicJack or Skype. These are becoming increasingly popular too. So if you have one of these phone lines, It works kind of like a combination of that landline and the cell phone. The only thing that I would encourage you to do, and let me know too if you have a voice over IP phone line, let me know in the comments. Because you as the customer, you as the subscriber, when you're logging into your account, it's gonna ask you to put your address, right? The address of this phone line, the location of this phone line. That helps with call routing to get you to your local police department. But then that also helps on what information is displayed on the dispatcher's super duper caller ID screen. Let me know if you've got any questions on how 911 works, and be thinking, because tomorrow for our Poll Wednesday, I've got a question on, can you send a text message to 911? What do you think?